Welcome to today's talk with Erika. I'm Erika Del Sordo. Please remember to subscribe and chat with us in the comments section. Well, Gina Martell has been a staple here on today's talk with Erika. She joins me again with her new project, Close Your Eyes Bedtime Stories, using the combination of animal sounds, beautiful music, and Gina's relaxing voice. But we're going to start off with some sad news. One of Gina's beloved horses, Dodger, who is quite literally one of the backbones of fire horse spirit and healing, has passed away. Welcome, Gina. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you just mentioned it and I started crying. It's
I
it
almost
happened.
didn't get through the sentence. I'm so
I
sorry.
Well, and not everybody would understand that depth of emotion for an animal because there's so many people that are not into animals or they don't understand the incredible purpose and companionship that they offer, to our life. They come in with a reason. They, usually find us, and that's exactly what Dodger did. I've done a lot of work with rescues. It's kind of my specialty with horses. And I had found Dodger down in Miami at the ASPCA that's located in Homestead. And my dear friend Roy, he has acted as the treasurer for them for a long time. And I would go and volunteer a little bit, and then I moved away to Georgia. But on occasion, when I go down to visit my grandson, I also stop by and try to see all the horses at the ASPCA or hang out with Roy. So on this one particular day, I was down there and I, looked at all 48 horses, which are mostly Pasafinos, and some mixed breeds. And I was standing by this stall door, and I had my elbow on the stall gate, and this horse knocked off my elbow, and I playfully, and I was like, "Well, who did that?" And so I looked, and he was looking at me, and I put my arm up again, and he knocked my arm off again. Right? He was being very playful. So I looked at the woman, Lori, that runs it or ran it down there, and I said, "What's up with this guy?" Now, he was a Morgan, which is kind of an odd breed to be in Florida, like maybe North Florida, but I've not seen a lot of Morgans. They're originally from Vermont and more of the northern, and they were used for Civil War horses, and they're very hardy horses, very strong. And so she said, "Yeah, he doesn't really like people. We had to rescue him from the Everglades because he was in the Everglades for about 2 years. Somebody did not want him anymore and purposely put him in a trailer and dropped him off with a halter that was too tight and said, 'Hey, good luck,' and let him go." And then that happens all the time with many rescue animals, not just horses, dogs, cats. People get these, kids get snakes and then they release them into the Everglades and these snakes grow huge. And I'm never a fan of people having snakes and stuff like that because they just don't belong living in an aquarium. Animals are part of Gaia's or Mother Nature's children, and they belong on the earth. I ended up going into the stall, and he had no problem with me going in. And he had this big window in the back of his stall, and I turned around and I looked out the window, and he turned around and followed me, and we both are looking out the window, and I can hear, I can communicate with horses especially. It's just a gift I've had since I was little, and a lot of people do have it. And he was like, "Just please adopt me, take me home, take me home, take me
Oh,
home."
God.
And
Oh,
I went back to Roy's house. I was staying with Roy at the time, and um, it was funny because his room is like way at the one end of the house, and the guest room is at the other end. And he comes down the hallway the next morning and he says, "I think you have to adopt that horse." And I'm like, "Me too," because I dreamt about him all freaking night. And he goes, "I did too." I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna adopt him." Like, he wasn't my plan, but he chose me. And then I had him for probably about 11, yeah, 11 years.
that's a long time.
It's a long time. And he was terrified when I got him. He was scared of everything. He chose me, but I still had to retrain and work with him. And so it was a lot of work. But I will say he turned out to be the most magnificent horse. Morgans are
Yeah.
considered like the geniuses of the horse world next to Mustangs because Mustangs are totally super smart because of survival, right?
Wow.
Dodger was so smart. And so he became, I created, it was originally Zen Horse. And then I had to change the name because somebody had copyrighted it,
Mhm.
copywritten it, I guess. So it was great because we were going into the year of Fire Horse, which was this year. And I just felt like I needed to change the name of my business. And so it came along at perfect timing. And he had been one of my main equine coaching horses. Probably, I guess I got him, and a year later, I started going into coaching with him.
When did you
And
get Blue then?
Blue came about that time, about a year after I had Dodger. Blue showed up on Thanksgiving weekend, probably about 10 years ago, 9 years ago, maybe.
Mhm.
And I had this wonderful shipper. Her name is Pamela, and man, her trailer is like the Ritz-Carlton, for horses. I mean, and she's not ridiculously expensive at all. And he showed up at night, Thanksgiving Eve night when we were, sitting outside and it was cold. And here comes Blue.
Oh,
And he and Dodger just totally connected and they were very, very close friends.
oh,
So for Dodger to pass, I mean, people
yeah,
don't understand like we mourn when our friends and loved ones died. So do animals.
yeah.
And people don't
They
understand that sometimes. And
they
so,
really do. So how's Blue handling this?
well, Blue has been, he's had a hard time with this, but I brought in a support pony for him, which was
Oh,
was helpful. But it's amazing to see how horses heal other horses. Okay.
yeah.
That pony was like this little Shetland pony. His name was Teddy. He knew exactly what he was supposed to do. And I brought him in for Blue, and at first, Blue let him walk all over him. He followed him everywhere. He got into very docile because he didn't know. I mean, when I didn't, I had to haul Dodger 2 hours away up to UGA, which is University of Georgia, where all the training hospital for equine vet is.
Mhm.
And when I didn't bring him back, um, the next day, Blue was just calling for Dodger. As a matter of fact, it was so sad that he saw the horse trailer. He knew a Dodger had left in the horse trailer. And I had to walk Blue into the horse trailer so he could see the Dodger was not in there. People don't realize how attached, it's so sad. But Blue is better now. Teddy was very instrumental at loving on Blue and being like a little brother to Blue. But then when he knew that it was time, Teddy started pushing Blue. Like he would eat his food and then Blue was okay with it. But then he got to a point where he started pushing Blue to get Blue's edge back because Blue had been the boss. And then Blue started getting strong again. And then Teddy knew his time was up. So I gave Teddy back to my dear friend Cheryl up here at Save the Horses.
Oh,
And then I brought in another horse I fostered. Sometimes I'll foster a rescue horse. This horse named Roman. Roman was also kind of neglected and afraid of a lot of things. And
oh,
and he was more Blue's size and they would run in the pasture. And I think just the running and the playing and the grooming. And so they both, I'm so grateful to them because they both came in and really worked with Blue. And it was very interesting because I have 4 stalls in my barn. And Blue was always at the very end of the barn. Well, after a little while, I knew that I knew I had to heal myself so that Blue could heal because they mirror you, right?
right.
And so I realized that he probably didn't want to stay in that back stall. And sure enough, one day when he was doing better, he picked a different stall, and he's been and I'm telling you, I heard him and he said new beginnings. And it's just like an emotion and two words that I got really that went through my head. And he's been fine. He's good. And so we're moving on. And
Oh,
I got Dodger
good.
cremated. He died of a strangulated lipoma in his lower intestine, which is incredibly painful. And I never knew really how old he truly was because everyone just misaged him. Well, found out he was like 25, about to be 26. And that's a good ripe age for a horse.
Wow.
And I mean, some of them live to 30. Morgans can live to 40. But Dodger had that lipoma and it was really painful.
Right.
So, yeah,
I'm so sorry. That's well, he is definitely in a better place and he is your angel. I know that for sure.
he is.
He's your spirit guide now.
Yes, he truly is. And he does. I do feel his spirit pop in. And sometimes Blue will be eating his hay and Blue will turn around and go, with his head, like, get out of my way. And I really think that Dodger's standing there with him, playing with him like he is
Visiting. That's
sometimes.
really
Yeah.
cute.
But I just want to say, I mean, so I'm part of Awaken magazine,
Hmm.
influencers for holistic and spiritual teachings and stuff like that. And it's a wonderful magazine. I love this magazine. As a matter of fact, they're just coming back from an expo that they did in California. But
Hmm.
my article for this month, that's going in at the end of this month in August, is
Great.
about animals. Okay,
Hmm.
and it's basically how the animals that help us heal. And so anybody who wants to read more in detail about Dodger and about animals in general. There's about animal communication, some wonderful books. I highly recommend it. Not just because I wrote it, but because it is about animals. And
Right.
we have so many animal lovers in the world. And I'm so grateful for that. So read the article because it's really good.
I love
It's
that.
a digital magazine. It's awakenedmagazine.com.
Okay. I love that. I really do. I'm so excited because your last one was fantastic. Let's
Thank you.
talk though about Close Your Eyes Bedtime Stories is one of your other, I mean, just up and coming projects that's super amazing that you do.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm super excited because I have a craft show I'm going to be at in Roswell, Georgia.
Nice.
And it is at the Aurora Cineplex Theater, which is one of those cineplexes that, a cineplex. I mean, it's got everything to it. They're constantly, I mean, I don't know who their social media person is, but man, they are phenomenal because they do so much posting and stuff. And I've learned, like, I'm on social media doing my own posts and stuff like that, that I've just finally gotten a hold of and learned. But it's going to be a really cool craft show. There's going to be all kinds of stuff out there. And this is my first appearance with Close Your Eyes. And I'm super excited because I started doing some merchandising, right? So the way is, hold on. Let me
Okay. I was gonna say, so can I buy a plush elephant or something? Ah, I
Here's my little
love
bag.
it. Oh my goodness. That was a wild guess too. Although I think
Here's
we
my little
discussed
bag.
that last time.
Yeah. So
Look
in
at
this little
that.
bag, I've got a little elephant.
Aw.
I've got all kind. I just got a whole bunch of safari animals.
Gina, I
And
love it.
And then I've got a coloring book. You can see
Let's
coloring
see.
book.
Let's see. Oh,
And
how
it's
beautiful.
and there's an older picture of me that Ron McGill from Miami Zoo took with a turtle. He's amazing. His photography is amazing, and we've been friends forever. So it's all these little pictures. Can you see? All these little pictures for kids, and it's all about the animals that are in the stories. And then I did a thank you card. And on the back, there's a QR. I did all this. I'm amazed. I did all this. There's a QR code on the back, and it takes you to all six of the stories. And then I've got my little business card. And now I have, well, I'm not going to show them to you now, but I have pillowcases.
That's amazing. Now, are these things that you're just going to pass out at the crafts show or
Oh
people
God,
buy
no, no,
them?
you have to pay for them.
Okay, just making sure. This
They cost
is what
money.
you're doing. Yes. I
They
just want to be
cost
clear about that.
they cost money. Yeah. No, Yeah, but I'm all set up. I've got a really beautiful blue tent, and I'm gonna put like a little tiny nook children's corner
Hmm.
that's gonna be like a fort. You remember forts when we were little?
Yes,
I
I
love
love
forts.
those. Oh, I loved
And
them too.
so I'm gonna put a little tiny fort with a little
That
cozy
is
pillow or something.
precious.
And I got headphones. I got the outside headphones. I don't like the inner ones because they get
Right.
radiation in your
Well,
head.
listen, you're gonna have to get video of this, please.
I will. I'm going to take pictures. And then the child can go and sit and listen to a story and see what they think about it. And the parents are going to have an opportunity to buy the bundle, which I'm calling it the bedtime bundle. And then if they want the pillowcases, which are they came out absolutely gorgeous, they're embroidered.
Oh,
They're pastel colors,
I'm gonna need to
and I've
buy
got my
one.
logo. Okay, I've got my I've got my logo on it, which is Close Your Eyes, and it's copywritten.
Hmm.
And I found an incredibly talented embroiderer up here. And I
Amazing.
went and bought pastel pillowcases because I bought them standard because the little ones were kind of hard to find. But I figured, well, they can put them on chairs, they can sleep with them. And the stitching, we were real careful. We did it not where the child's face is going to rub. I was very detailed about
That's
this,
very
but it
thoughtful.
yeah, because they can hurt, you know. So the logo goes above the head on the top of the pillowcase, and then the child sleeps under the moon.
I love this. Jeannie, you thought of
I'm so
everything.
proud of
That's
this.
amazing.
I'm
So
so proud of this.
I bet you are. You should be. When is the crafts show again? What's the date?
It is September 13th.
Okay.
September 13th, and it starts, I think, at 10 a.m. and
Okay.
goes all day. It's a Sunday.
Okay.
It's a Sunday. I'm going to make sure because I just want to double check. But it is, I'm sure it's a Sunday. And 13th. Yes, Sunday. It starts at 10 a.m. It goes all day. It's going to be on a Sunday. And I'm going to have these things for sale. So you could buy the pillowcase by itself, or you can buy it in the bundle. And you'll get the 6 stories and all the stuff I just showed you. And then if you want the pillowcase, they come in a really pretty, like a dusty blue, a dusty rose, a sage green, and like a really pretty violet purple.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
so that's just the start, and then I'm going to go to blankets next. I'm hoping to be able to go into hospitals with
Hmm.
this for
Hmm.
those kids that have cancers and things like that because,
Yes.
you know, and then I can go anywhere with this. I'm hoping to start making some appearances too. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm on instant, the social media, the Facebook, Close Your Eyes bedtime audio stories, and then I'm on Instagram, the same thing.
Okay.
I'm on TikTok.
But you've got some high quality stuff there and you've really thought of everything and wait until folks, I'll have a snippet here, but wait until folks really hear that because I'm telling you, I know it's for kids, but it's going to be a staple in my bedtime routine because it's just
Well,
I
it's
need
funny
that
you
in my
mentioned
life.
that. Yeah, a lot of parents and people have mentioned that to me. Like, are you coming out with an adult one? I do have an adult
Yeah.
one, and I'll be launching that after I get this one going. But I am getting ready to go into the studio and do another one. This one's going to be different. This
Oh,
one is going to be leading into a little bit more of a meditative, like teaching children how to calm themselves down. Like there's bullies, there's parents divorcing, they get upset, they get scared, whatever. There's new school things. And I'm bringing in this girl that is she's a dear friend of mine. Her name is Sorelli, and she is magical on sound bowls. So I'm bringing in sound bowls, and we're gonna gear it specifically, and I'm super excited about that.
you
So
should be. I love
Steve
that.
Johnson down at Outpost is going to be recording it for me, and then that'll be coming out soon as well. So every single day I am working on this project. It's between this and Blue. I got to keep my horse good, and I got to keep this project going. So I am so
Yes.
grateful to you for having me on your show and being able to talk about this. I mean,
You're
you and I are
welcome.
longtime old friends, and working in that crazy business of broadcasting.
I know, but you're doing amazing things, and I love that. I love that. I mean, because you're keeping it alive with, like you said, Blue, you've got your project, but you also have all of your stuff in between. You've got the crafts shows, and you're writing for Awakened magazine. You have a lot going on, and you're doing just wonderful things. People need that. And then we've discussed this in the past. In the world we live in, it's craziness, and you're here to calm everyone and to soothe everyone and to really dig deep and find out what's going on in people's lives. And I think it's just what you're doing is just fantastic. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do because I think we need to teach our children how to create,
Hmm.
how to calm themselves down because the world
Hmm.
is awfully active right now, and children just don't even know. These children that are coming in that are being born now are just they're magical. And I just, we need to help them learn to create and imagine again because with digital and screens and everything, we've just not taught them. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful what I always say like in my book here, we need to, how do I say it? We need to know we need to learn how to imagine and to dream because if we can't, we never know who we are capable of becoming.
Isn't that the truth? Gina, thank you very much for being on the show today. This was another amazing one full of a lot of information. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being you. And I'm going to direct everyone. I'll have a giant page up here. This way, folks can see where all of your links are. It'll be in the About section so they can directly click on something. But just so that
Mhm.
everyone knows how to find you and knows how to find one. I mean, we have holidays coming up. These are great
We
packages that you're
do.
creating for Close Your Eyes bedtime stories that folks can start preparing, for. So that'll
Hmm.
be fantastic. That's something fantastic with the holidays coming up. Thank you, Gina, very, very much. I'll have you on again soon. I love our shows. So thank you.
Thank you.
And have
Thank
a
you.
wonderful day.
Okay, you too. Talk to you later.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.